Hey folks, hope all is well with everyone today. So let's just jump right in. We're going to be creating and saving a drum program. All right, so obviously you're going to want to have an empty drum program or drum track open and go into our browser. Okay, and let me say this just ahead of time. If you don't have one made, I would go ahead and make a drum program folder wherever you store your stuff on your SD card or your external, just for this purpose. Because trust me, once you start making them, it's fun to do, and it's nice to have your own custom kits ready, and so you'll start making a lot of them, and it's good to have a place to store them. So that being said, let's jump in. So go to expansions. Now, right now, a couple different ways we could do this. I could pick an expansion like this. Okay. Now, when I look for kicks, and then snares, and then hi-hats, and I'm going to make the simplest one possible. Okay, just to show you how it's done. I'm not going to fill up. I may not fill up all 16 pads, but you'll get the point. And you'll be able to make your own after this. So make sure you want to select your the audio emblem there, because we're going to be loading up one shots. So we want to look for kicks. Use the quick search function right here. Search kick. Now we're looking for kicks. I should have had my mixer on, or we don't get no sound. Okay, so. There. Now we'll get kicks. There. I like that one. So what we're going to do here is, when we find a sound that we like, we're going to hit load to pool, okay? And what that's going to do is it's going to load up your pool over here. And when we're done with that, we're going to click and drag them onto the pads that we want. So just to tell you ahead of time. So I like that kick. I like to have another kick. So let's load the pool. Right now we'll just keep loading the pool. Let's go for snare. Okay, let's see. I'll load the pool. I like that. Just loading up different things I might like. All right, let's move along to hats. Here. All right, load to pull that one. Load to pull that one. That's open, but that's a little too open for me. There, that's good. Okay, so now that we've got them loaded into our pool, let's see, get rid of that. Oop. And come over to our sample assign here, and now we're going to start clicking and dragging them over. So now, just to tell you how I like to do it, and you can do them however you want, obviously, to each their own. If you're familiar with how an MPC expansion is normally set up, you know, the kicks will be here, snares here, closed hi-hats here, opens here, and if I have melodies and stuff, they'll go up top, and then I also color code them. So we'll get to that. So kick. All right, well, let's click and drag right over on the pad 1. Okay, and then the next kick. Again, you can put these wherever you want, but that's how I like, you know, I like to have my kicks. Each instrument I like to have right above each other. So like, right, and my snares will be here and So let's go ahead and load that to here. I don't really like that snare, but this is just for demonstration purposes. Okay. All right. Hat light. Oh no, not mid. Let's go up. Right here. Mid. Go here. Okay, and then. How many times I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. Well, let's just, alright. To me, that's good enough right there, okay? Alright, now. So now what we're going to want to do, come into your menu, because I like the color code. You can go to pad color. You can color them however you want, but like I said, I like my kicks to be red, so tap on single pad. And now you're just going to tap the pad so the kicks are red. Okay. My snares, I like to be, yeah, a little darker yellow. Let's see. Hats. Actually, hats I like to be a little more yellow, like that. And then an open hat, let's make it green. There. And now, what we will do, now that it's made, okay, is come into our menu, go to your save option, and right there you have drum program. So save it as a drum program. I'm just gonna leave it as it is and make sure you remember where you save it. Like I said, I would go ahead and make one that is a dedicated drum program. So there, and then save. And now just to show that it works, go out to main. So open up a new drum track. And let's browse. Come out of sample assign. Places here. Drum program. There it is. Boom. And that's it, folks. Now that that's done, I'll explain to you how I prefer to make mine. This is just very simple, just to show you how to make them. Now, follow me here. What I like to do is make an entire bank of kicks. So, like, bank A would be all kicks. Bank B would be all snares and claps. Bank C would be all types of hi-hats. Bank D would be like various forms of percussion. And matter of fact, I might even make a video showing how to do that. I mean, it's just the way I explained, but to walk you through it. And that way, what you do when you come into your grid here, let's just record something real quick. Well, here. There. Now, let's say that your whole bank is kicks, right? And you're a real stickler and you want to find just the right kick. That's why I'm saying make an entire bank of, kicks and an entire bank of snares. That way, when you come in to make your drums, you go ahead and lay out a pattern. And when you're searching through kicks, you select your kick and you hit transpose. That, and now you can move up and down through your kicks, if that makes sense. So imagine that this is an entire bank of kicks. Now you can hit play, let your pattern play through, and transpose up and down through your different kicks till you find the one you like. And when you're done there, then you go to bank B. with your snares and do the same thing. And not only can you that also gives you the ability to, instead of just making one drum kit, you can make multiple drum kits out of that. You know what I mean? So I have several that I've made. One dedicated just to hip hop, other one dedicated just to house. I used to make house music, so for different genres. And so that way, if I want to make a few different hip hop beats, I can come into that one bank alone and make 4, 5, 6 different kits that I can bounce out. All right, so I hope that was helpful, and well, that's it, folks. Hope everyone has a good day.